guys, I'm going to video this whole process for you. So first of all, the butcher got a little overexcited when I told him I was going to sous vide, and he gave me these ridiculously thick steaks. He said you can leave them in for 12 hours if you want. I'm not going to do that. I'm probably going to do 4 hours. But I need to know how thick they are to figure out the cooking time. So I'm actually going to measure these with a tape measure because that's how big they are. Ridiculous. And this steak is literally 2 inches. Retarded. Alright, so this is the sous vide itself. This is the machine that I guess keeps everything at the right temperature and gets the water ready. So you fill this thing up to this line here with water, and then you have to wait for this thing to come up to the right temperature, which I think it was 140 degrees. And then I don't have a vacuum sealer machine, but this thing did come with like vacuum bags and a little pump that you can manually pump the air out, and little clips so you can clip the bags to the side. And then I also have this silicone cover so it helps stop the water from evaporating. So I am just going to season them with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And then I'll vacuum pack them in the bags and get the water ready, and then I'll show you the rest of the video. Okay, next I am going to make some compound butter with this recipe that I saw. It's supposed to be amazing. So, sorry. This recipe actually is going to be butter mixed with Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. So I'm going to take 1 thing of butter, put it in the food processor. And a couple of spoons of this seasoning. 1 big spoon, I think, maybe a little more. Use this spatula and put this butter in this plastic wrap, and I'm going to twist it up and put it in the refrigerator. And that's going to be melted on top of the steaks. Okay, for the next part of the video, I just wanted to come out to the shed so you could see this better. So one thing about sous vide is that when the meat comes out, it looks very gray, so they recommend that you get a little torch and crisp up the meat, which I'll show you later. So I have this little torch. You can see the flame comes out, but that wasn't good enough for me. So I went and got this. Yeah, so this is a little bit bigger than that other one. I can pretty much burn down the whole house, but we'll see how they crisp up the steaks later.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I watched this dude on TV, and that's how I learned a little bit about this. Not on TV, but on YouTube. So he recommended to download this app. And then you pick the food that you want. So I'm going to pick beef. And then I'm going to pick the ultimate steak. And then I'm going to tell it that I want it medium well. So it's 140 degrees for medium well. And I'm going to say they're 2 inches thick. So it says cook them for 2 hours. But the cool thing about sous vide is I can actually cook them for 6 hours and they'll never get past medium well. Okay. The ridiculous steaks are fully seasoned, and I'm going to get ready to put them in this bag and vacuum seal them. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so I don't have a vacuum sealer, but this thing came with these bags that has this little tab and this little pump, and it basically sucks all the air out, and they're pretty well vacuum packed. So we're at 140 degrees, and I'm going to put these in and see what happens. All right, so the meat is in the water. Ah, shit. Okay, we are back. Had a little issue. Apparently, you can't have too much water in there or else the thing gives you an error and shuts off. And when I put the humongous steaks in, it went over the water line. But now the steaks are so big, they're barely underwater. We'll see what happens. I will talk to you guys in about 3 hours. All right, these things have been in here for like a hour and 45 minutes and hour and 49 minutes, and they look pretty nasty. Looks pretty slimy. Be back with an update soon. Four hours. Oh God, it's not good looking good. These are, they don't even feel right. All right, here we are with our big old Flintstone steaks. They look pretty broiled, or boiled, I should say. But we're going to put a crisp on them. Oh shit! We just actually tried it and it is freaking amazing. Even though it looks slimy and disgusting and took 5 hours to make this video, it was well worth it. Beautiful. Take 3. Christina fucked up 2 takes. We lost a lot of good footage.
That was you.
You lost the... It wasn't me. I've been doing this all day. You were at work. We lost a lot of good footage because it came out looking disgusting, and then we flamed through it, and it came out amazing. And you'll see what it... Oh, you got the footage?
Here.
All right. Because she's an iPhoneian, and that's what happens.